Hi, I'm Garcella Robinson, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome. So today I'm going to be giving you guys a review of the Thursday Murder Club movie. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now, this will be a short and truthful review. And I just want to remind you guys, I'm not a movie critic, so this is based off totally how I felt about the movie. As someone who read the book, I feel like, yes, I am a little biased because don't get me wrong, I always will feel like the book will do better, okay? There's not been many books that have proven me right, so that's pretty much my idea of it. And I just wanted to clear that up. I'm not a movie critic, so these just going based off feels and after me watching the movie. That's it, okay? So, as I was thinking about it, I decided to rate this a little bit as a book, but I guess you rate movies the same way, especially if you are a movie critic. It's just like being a book reviewer. And I rated this movie a 7 out of 10. Now, let's go ahead and get into it. I want to explain my reasonings on why I gave it a 7. And which is not bad. That's not bad. I feel like that's a great number to have, especially for the director and how I end up pretty much how I end up thinking of how the movie would go in the first place when I end up making my past video of my most anticipated movies that's coming out soon. So yeah, I definitely feel like let's just get into it. I don't want to I don't want to start getting too deep and we haven't even started getting to the nitty-gritty, okay? Get into the reasons on why I rated it the way that I did. The first con that I have is, to me at least, especially with the book being so short. So this is the book right here. I already have it prepared for you guys. This is the book right here, and this is how short it is. It has, if you have not read the book, it has 370 pages. And yes, I know that's saying something, especially with the movie being 2 hours. But I also feel like even with just 2 hours, because how long do it take you to read this book, okay? Like, it actually takes a long time to actually read a book. So for us to transfer it over to movies, I like, at least for me, I was thinking, because I thought it was a series at first, but I found out that it wasn't. It was actually, they actually ended up doing a movie instead. I really thought it was going to be a show. And at first when I was watching, I was like, oh, you know what? I'm actually kind of happy that they made this into a movie. But as I was watching, I realized they actually should have just made it into a show. Okay. Like, they really should have made it into a show. It didn't feel long enough. I wouldn't say that it felt rushed, but it didn't feel like it didn't give us all. It was just not authentic. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It felt rushed, a little rushed, just a little rushed. I just felt like I would have been okay with it taking its time and being able to build up the characters. And that's why we're going into reasoning 2. Now, my reasoning 2 was character development. Okay. So I felt like when you actually read all, like, at least, because I read the first 3, I haven't read the fourth one, and I'm gonna get to it soon. But I have not read the fourth one. I only read 3, and what I have to say of the matter is, at least with character development, I feel like it's hard to fall in love and get the feeling that you do when you read the Thursday Murder Club. Because when you read the Thursday Murder Club, like, you're literally getting every side of them. You get Elizabeth and her, pretty much her secret, like her being secretive to the gang and stuff like that. Her love for her husband, her love for her friend who started the Thursday Murder Club with her, and also her starting to take a liking to the 3 people that she's with. I feel like you really don't get to feel that in the movie. Like, you don't really get to feel that at all. And I feel like you really start to feel it maybe when it start to get a little bit, like, when it started to get into them kind of doing their trickery to get the police force to bring them in on the murder and stuff like that. That's the only time that you feel it. But other than that, you don't really get a full gist of it. And I did not like that. Like, I kind of felt like the only person that I felt like I was able to, like, I feel like even Ibrahim, believe that's how you pronounce his name. I feel like even with him, like, I love, like, he's literally one of my favorite characters, and I really didn't get that feeling that I got when from reading the books. Now, this is just my opinion, guys. This is just my opinion, but that was another thing. And another thing, I felt like Elizabeth plays a huge part in the movie. Like, she plays a huge part in the books. Like, she really brings them all together. She creates the friendship. She pretty much direct everything on what's going on in these murder mysteries and everything like that. She is an important figure, and I felt like we really didn't get to get her, you know, we really didn't get to get the full aspect of Elizabeth. Like, she's such a, like, she's such a big character. It's like, I feel like it's even hard to act out. That's the only thing that I felt like was really slept on, that they really could have did more work with, especially, like, I don't know, but they really definitely could have pushed more on Elizabeth being a stronger character by making a series and not just a movie. Because, like, especially with murder mysteries, like, it was just like done. Them 2 hours felt so short, and I got more to say. Now let's go into my third reasoning, okay? Now, I believe I'm on my third thing. Let me make sure I wrote notes, okay? Now, the alignment of the story. Now, I won't say that I fully 100% remember everything that happened. I just remember the gist of it, of us having a Thursday murder club and them investigating cold cases until they end up getting a warm case. Of course, that's from the movie. But when I read the book, it was like, I believe like a year ago, like a year or two ago. I do remember some of it, but I mostly just remember the dynamics of the relationship of the characters, because I'm currently on the third book. So yeah, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the alignment of the story. I felt like a lot of the times, like in the show, they make it where Elizabeth's trying to create deal. Like, of course, she tries to create deals with them, but as far as some things when keeping a secret, she was okay with it. Like that ending with Bogdan, like, I don't know. Ugh, man, I don't want to get into it, because if you haven't watched the movie, then I'm kind of spoiling it for you. But the ending with Bogdan, I felt like was just not accurate. Okay, it was not accurate. I also felt like on some things, that's why I said with Elizabeth being able to play such a big role, and at least the character who played her, I'm not 100% sure. I know I did a thing, but if you want to check out the cast, I did put it down. You can either look it up on Google, or I did put it down in my last YouTube video of my most anticipated movies that's coming out, movie to adaptation movies that's coming out. And I felt like it was just not accurate, and I did not like that. Like, I hated that they ended up arresting Bogdan, because Bogdan did not get arrested in the book. Like, that did not happen. Another thing that I did not like is not Elizabeth. Sometimes on the way that Elizabeth treated, what's her name? Joyce. Like, yeah, my bad. The way that she treated Joyce, like, I did not like the way that she treated Joyce. Like, there was some, like, implications of she just, like, kind of, like, being tough on her. But I feel like the way that the actor came off, or the way that they were trying to, the way that they were trying to portray Joyce and Elizabeth's relationship was like, oh yeah, like, it more gave bully than anything. Like, there's a part, let me pull up the clip.
Oh. Oh, goodness indeed, Joyce. What a clever daughter you somehow have. This is crucial information. Now we have some real leverage.
Yes, I did not like that part. That part was not, like, I did not like that, because later on in the series, if you have not read it, then this is a spoiler. I'm going to go ahead and put this right here. Skip the timeline. I'm going to have the timeline already written for you guys. But Joyce and Elizabeth end up becoming best friends. Like, she actually ended up, like, I wouldn't say she took the place of her one friend, but they actually did end up getting a close relationship. And I feel like Elizabeth was more, she was hard on them, but she wasn't bully hard on them. And I feel like they really did portray her as a bully, like, and I was not effing with that. I was not, okay? And that goes with the story alignment. It's like, more that you think about it, when you watch these movies, the more that you think about it, the less the ratings you want to give. Like, and I ended up thinking of all this yesterday and a couple of days before when I was watching the video. I'm like, okay, what am I gonna say to them? Like, what am I gonna say to them and explain my reasoning? It's like, now that I'm explaining my reasonings, I just want to give this an even lower rating. But the one thing that I will say, like, let's go ahead into it. Let's go to the next one, because I don't want to Yeah, I'm ranting now. But the next thing that I want to get into that I really did like about the movie was the comedy between Ron and Ibrahim. Ibrahim. The comedy between, yeah, Ron and Abraham. Now that mess was hilarious. It was hilarious. I also love the part when they were in the with Elizabeth and Joyce when they were inside the police force and they was trying to the police station and they was trying to get Donna, and when they was trying to get Donna, they was like, oh yeah, like I only can speak to women, I can speak to women. And she yelled, she was like, she's a nun, she's a nun. That mess was hilarious. And he was like, oh, okay, okay. I'm so sorry, sister. I'm so sorry, sister. And then Elizabeth was like, oh, great idea. Great idea. But yeah, that was good. And another thing that I did love about it was the person who played Donna. Now she plays in Blink Twice, and I was so I feel like she played her part well. I don't 100% if I remember if I said this, but there's a parts in the book where Joyce is writing in her notebook. She writes a journal because this is kind of what leads her to the second book of her being more open and more speaking up for herself when it comes to being an Elizabeth presence or like putting her ideas out there. You have Joyce, and Joyce ended up writing in her journal, and they don't add that into the movie either. And I feel like that plays a major part into it too, because I feel like a lot of the times it kind of gives you hints to what's going on between the characters, and it also gives you storylines on things that played about uh that the author did not write in the that he did not write in the story, like if that makes sense. Like, yeah. So when they did not add that, I was kind of a little confused too. And it felt like it was missing too when I was watching it. It felt like it was missing because I was like, what is missing from the movie? And I didn't want to look at the book because I know how I am when it comes to I know how I am how it comes to referring from a book to the movie. I end up getting very nitpicky. Okay, very nitpicky. Like literally everything becomes a problem. So I'm not even gonna reread it, nothing. I'm just gonna go into this like I am a new person that's picking up from, like, a new person watching a movie. Like the movie don't have anything to do with me, and I feel like that's why I was able to give it that high of a rating. But at the end, I'm definitely gonna let you guys know if I changed it, because yeah. Anyway. Anyway, now how did the director do? Now, okay. I feel like the director did okay. I feel like if I wasn't someone who literally watched if I wasn't someone who read the book, if I wasn't someone who really loves murder mysteries, I would feel like this movie was okay. Like I would feel like, okay, that movie was good. But I will say there were some parts, like with me being a person who read the book and loved murder mysteries, at least getting more into it, I would say that. So on one side, I'm saying, like, for someone who hasn't read no murder mystery, hasn't read the Thursday Murder Club, I feel like this would be a great read for you. This would be a great movie for you. But I feel like for somebody who has read the Thursday Murder Club and actually has, like, does read murder mysteries and watch murder mysteries like it's a freaking your favorite dish served on a platter, then you're gonna be like, I don't know, Garcella, what you talking about? What are you talking about? Because this movie was not good. Okay. That's pretty much how my mind is split up. So I feel like on one side he did okay, and it was it was all right, and on the other side I would say that he I really don't want to say he flopped, because I gave this my stamp of approval. I gave this my stamp of approval, and man, I'm sick of these movies letting me down, and I'm not gonna go see all of them, but yes. Now this also goes into my question of would I recommend it, and did it meet my expectations? And I would say it. I would say I don't think I would recommend it to anybody. I wouldn't recommend the movie. I would recommend the book first. So yes, the book is the book one. Okay, period. Point blank. Period. We already knew that was gonna happen. But I would say that yes, man. I probably would not recommend this movie. I probably wouldn't go around and be like, oh yeah, y'all should watch this movie. Y'all should watch this movie. That's not happening. And Did it meet my expectations? I will say that it did. I would say that it kind of met my expectations, because only reason why I said that, because I expected it to be way worse. I really expected this author, well, I wouldn't say I expected it to be way worse. I had high hopes, okay? I had high hopes that the director would turn the tide around and actually make this a good movie and actually go off the story. But then I also say it did meet my expectations, because I'm not surprised. Like, to be for real, I'm not surprised. Like, it has been time and time again that these movies has let us down. And what's another one? What's another one? Now, I don't believe I have anything more to say. I feel like I kind of just told you guys all of it, especially in one go. I'm a little bit surprised by that. I'm getting more comfortable with you guys. I'm getting more comfortable with you guys. But I don't have no final thoughts. I feel like pretty much summed up everything that I thought about it. I will say that, like pretty much like I was saying, this did kind of go against, like, I wouldn't say it goes against my thoughts or anything like that. It really don't. It's more of like, I am just happy that the author was able to get a book, and that they were actually able to pick a wonderful cast. I don't want to go too much into how his dialect is when it comes to speaking. Well, some characters speaking English, like, or being able to pronounce their words, like, similar to not even similar to, it's being in Britain. And I don't want to go too much into that. I feel like that's not for me to speak on, mainly because I'm not from there. So I'm not going to. I will just say that, as far as for the outlook on me, and I'm going to change my rating. I think I'm actually going to give this a 6, maybe a 5.5. Maybe a 5.5 out of 10, or a 6, but yes. That's my rating. So, yeah, guys, that's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. Stamp of approval been denied. So, guys, that's pretty much all I have to say. Literally, I'm so happy to be able to give you guys this video and give you guys my opinion on how I felt about this movie and how it related to it, and also be able to prepare you for what you might be stepping in if you have not watched the movie yet, okay? Or if you haven't read the books and you want to read the books, and then you're like, okay, after I read these books, I want to watch the movie. I'm telling you right now, save yourself, because if I feel like if you read the book and watch the movie, it's never gonna turn out how you expect it. Okay, it's never gonna turn out how you expect it. But thank you so much, guys, for watching this video all the way to the end. Now, if you actually did finish this entire video, go ahead and put down in the comments how you think that, or a check mark, or I would say either a check mark or a X mark, saying that you thought the movie was good, or you thought it was trash, or if you think the movie was good, or if you think the movie was trash. And let me know how you guys like this video. I was so happy to give it to you guys. And yeah, I have even more in the works coming, and I can't wait to make. I probably plan on making this a series. I'm not gonna lie, especially going over all my anticipated movies and actually watching them and telling you guys what I think about them, because I just love giving my thoughts and opinions. Okay. I love getting my thoughts and opinions. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm so happy to bring this video to you guys. And I hope to see you guys on the next one. Bye.